30 hours. That's how long two pilots can remain locked inside a weapon so advanced, some call it a ghost, and others call it the hand of God. There's no comfort here. No windows to open, no stretch breaks. Just a pair of humans, sealed in a $2.2 billion shadow, slicing through the atmosphere at 600 miles an hour, over skies where one wrong move could end the mission, and their lives. From the outside, the B-2 Spirit looks almost alien. A jagged black wing with no tail, designed not for beauty, but to cheat physics and vanish from radar. It doesn't roar into battle, it seeps in. By the time enemy defenses even realize something's there, it's already leaving. And this ghost can strike anywhere on Earth without refueling on the ground, thanks to an airborne ballet of mid-air fuel transfers performed thousands of miles from home. But the real battle starts before the first takeoff checklist. Inside that cockpit, barely larger than a small delivery van, two pilots sit shoulder to shoulder surrounded by glowing green CRT displays, blinking warning lights, and a web of classified switches. Behind them, the rest area, a microwave the size of a lunchbox, a cooler packed with measured rations, and a small toilet that looks like it belongs on a camping trip. That's home, kitchen, and bathroom for the next 30 hours. Every mission is planned like a moon landing. The day before flight, the crew works with aerospace physiologists and mission planners. Every gram of food, every sip of water, every 20-minute nap is scheduled with surgical precision. They're not eating for pleasure, they're eating for performance. The menu is stripped down to essentials: lean proteins to keep muscles steady, slow-burning carbs to fuel long hours of focus, electrolyte drinks to fight dehydration in bone-dry cabin air, nuts and energy bars for fast bursts of alertness. Anything heavy, greasy, or spicy is banned. Carbonated drinks? Outside. Even chewing gum can be risky. Changes in cabin pressure can make it painful. In some cases, pilots follow a low-residue diet. Foods that produce almost no waste. Because bathroom trips here aren't just awkward, they're a liability. Time inside a B-2 isn't measured in hours. It's measured in mental stamina. The mission cycle runs like clockwork. One pilot flies while the other eats or takes a combat nap on a narrow pad just behind the seats. They never fully sleep. Headsets stay on because at any moment a voice might cut in with, "Tanker in sight." Or worse, "Threat radar active. Change course." The first major hurdle? Aerial refueling. Somewhere over a dark, empty ocean, a speck of light appears ahead, the KC-135 tanker. The B-2 slides silently beneath it, moving into the refueling boom's position. The pilots hold their breath. At these speeds, turbulence or a tiny alignment error can rip the probe off and end the mission instantly. It's an art form. Steel meeting. Steel in the dark at hundreds of miles per hour. Once topped off, the B-2 pushes deeper into hostile airspace, where stealth isn't just useful, it's life itself. The Spirit's skin is coated with radar-absorbent material. Its engine intakes are hidden to mask heat signatures, and its flight profile is tuned to appear like nothing at all. Even the paint is engineered to scatter radar waves. But stealth isn't invincibility. If an enemy gets a lucky visual, the pilots need to vanish, dropping altitude, changing heading, even using cloud cover as camouflage. Every second in enemy territory is a high-stakes gamble. The physical strain builds quietly. After 15 hours, muscles ache from the constant seated position. The dry, recycled air leaches moisture from their bodies, making dehydration a hidden threat that can slow reflexes and cloud judgment. Water intake is constant. Caffeine is rationed, saved for the brutal last stretch of the mission. And then there's the payload. The B-2 can carry up to 40,000 pounds of precision-guided munitions. Anything from GPS-guided JDAM bombs to the B-83 nuclear weapon. The bomb bay doors are hydraulically sealed until the moment of release, and when they open, they do so in eerie silence. There's no warning. 1 second, the sky is empty. The next, destruction is already on its way. Target approach is the tensest part of the flight. The cockpit goes silent except for breathing and the steady ping of instruments. Hands hover over switches. Seconds later, the payload is gone, and the B-2 turns for home, its work invisible to the outside world. But the danger doesn't end after the drop. Now the crew has to retrace their route, avoid fresh enemy patrols, and complete 1 or even 2 more mid-air refuelings. Fatigue becomes the deadliest opponent. The last hours are a haze of caffeine, discipline, and sheer willpower. Finally, after crossing thousands of miles and more than a full day in the air, the black triangle appears over Missouri. Landing isn't a relief yet. Gusting crosswinds or a single system failure can still ruin everything. But when the wheels finally kiss the runway at Whiteman Air Force Base, the mission isn't over. There's still a debriefing, data checks, and system reports before the pilots can even think about rest. Flying the B-2 isn't just about stealth. It's about endurance, precision, and the mental toughness to operate in a bubble of total isolation while the entire mission rests on your shoulders. So next time you see that sleek black wing gliding silently overhead, remember, inside, two people are waging an invisible war not just against an enemy, but against time, fatigue, and the limits of human endurance.